Knicks Nation, today is Wednesday, the 21st day of February 2024. I hope you're safe and healthy today. I hope your family is safe and healthy and that the needs of you and your family in terms of food, shelter, clothing, as well as health are being met today. Blessings upon those that work in the healthcare field, along with the first responders who every day are out here saving lives. Blessings upon those also that pick up garbage for us and those that make deliveries of mail and other important things for our convenience. Double blessings of the men and women out here trying to help rescue, deliver, and recover the teenagers and children that are the victims of child molestation and pedophilia. The people who are victims of prostitution and child prostitution, pornography, child pornography, human trafficking, sex slavery. Double curses on the perpetrators, profiteers, and perverts of these things. Finally, double blessings on the homeless. Nearly 600,000 men, women, and children homeless in the United States of America right now, and millions around the world in similar or worse conditions. Blessings upon them, for theirs is the kingdom. So yesterday, Tom Thibodeau had a practice, and he announced some things yesterday. For example, Juju is looking good, going through the progressions that he needs to go through. He hasn't been cleared to practice yet, but I'm very comfortable with the date that I talked about between the 22nd of February and the 29th of February, him being back. I wouldn't be surprised if he would be back by next week, Thursday, probably maybe even before that. He just needs to get a couple practices in first, and they got to clear him for that. But I'm pretty confident he'll be back pretty soon. Mitch Robb already been working in the pool, already now lifting weights, already now doing some shooting. I'm pretty comfortable expecting him to be back by March the 8th. OG looked pretty confident too. They're all talking about be back this season. I ain't talking about being back this season. That could be April. I think these cats gonna be back in March. Now, with that being said, the question is, there are a lot of people that are transaction oriented, especially in the media. What trades do we need to make next? What trades can we go after? There's only one player that I think we should be interested in, and that's Mikal Bridges. Without that, we don't really need anybody. But even before we look at a Mikal Bridges or anybody else, for some reason, Ian Begley keeps bringing up Karl Anthony Towns, and that ain't happening. But before we do that, let's take a step back. And this is what I would suggest for all of y'all watching this channel and those that may listen to you. Right now, we're now getting back the whole band, our full contingent. Okay? So what we want to do is see, and I said this at the beginning of the season before they even made the trade for OG. Let's see how these horses can run. In other words, how far can this team take us? People, well, they can't go far when they have this, or they can't do that. Whatever the Swami prognosticators try to say, it don't matter. We're getting ready to see in real time what's going to happen with this team between now, which is the 21st of February, and April, which is the end of the season, the next 27 games. That's going to tell us where we are as a team. Then, of course, there's the playoffs. And we're expecting a minimum of a second round appearance again for the Knicks this season. So if the Knicks, for example, get past the second round, if they get to the Eastern Conference Finals, or God forbid for some, the finals, there's no changes that need to be made. And my point being, you don't look now at your changes. You will evaluate what your team looks like in June. Okay? That's when you make an evaluation of what your team looks like. That's why it's real important that the Knicks have various options. The $29 million we spoke about that's going to be generated between Bogdanovich's contract and Burks' contract. All of the number one picks they have. And by the way, with the number one picks, there are people these picks are like burning a hole in their pocket. The Knicks don't have to make a trade this year. No, they don't need a first round pick this year, but they can push them two picks down the road. There's always a team out there that's in the bottom half of the league that are interested in those picks, even if it's not for a trade. They can trade current picks for future picks and just push that down the road. They don't have to make trades or make picks because we got all these assets in draft. What are we doing with them? We can keep pushing them down until we need them. Okay? Trades are based on actual need, not on fantasy. Definitely not on NBA 2K. Trades are based on actual need. People even create needs just because they're transaction oriented. They say we need this, we need that, so we gotta make a trade. No, right now the Knicks don't need anything. Okay, they don't need anything. They got too many spots for players that can't even get minutes right now. I'm still wondering what Tom Tibbs is going to do when Mitch Rob comes back, because you got Mitchell Robinson's going to definitely be in the second unit, and he's getting 20 minutes a game. Then you got Precious. He's definitely going to be in the second unit, and he's getting 20 minutes a game. Then I don't know what they're going to do. Let's say you even took Deuce out of the equation, which I wouldn't do, but let's say you did. Who's going to play between Josh Hart, Burks, and Bogdanovich? You're only playing 9 guys. So who's playing? Okay? Deuce's minutes are, again, for the whole season, have been based on the opposite of Brunson. So Brunson plays 30 minutes, Deuce gets 18 minutes. Brunson plays 40 minutes, Deuce gets 10 minutes or 8 minutes. That's how that's been going, and I think that's going to continue. That means Deuce is not like an official rotation piece, it's a quasi rotation piece because it depends on Brunson. He's the backup point guard. But now you still got Burks, Bogdanovich, and Hart. And they ain't all going to play. Okay? Tom is going to shorten the rotation come playoff time. He's not going to extend it. Okay? Some of y'all act like you're surprised by this. This is the way he's been doing business for 20 years in the NBA. And this is the way a lot of coaches, not just him, most coaches in the playoffs shorten the rotation. Okay, and they go with a good 8 guys that they know they can depend on. Well, Tom is no different. I'm going to assume he's going to go with 9 still. But even so, who's not playing? I don't know. So people still looking to get somebody off the trade market, to get somebody off the buyout market. For what? We don't need nobody else. Okay, we got too many guys that could use minutes that's not going to get them. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. We're going to see pretty soon as the season progresses. But in terms of summer deals and trades that we might make, you got to first see how the season ends. And you don't know how it's going to end. If they lose in the first round, yes, some heads going to roll. If they lose in the second round, depends on how they lose. Do they go 7 games against a team and lose in the 7th game? Well, I don't know if they make any changes. But if they go to the ECF, there ain't no changes going to be made. Everybody that's currently on the team, except for those 2, Burks and Bogdanovich, is coming back, and they're going to roll from there, which they should. So right now, it's too early to try to say, let's go get this one and let's go get that one. Mikal Bridges is the only guy that's the exception to that rule, in my view, because Mikal Bridges pushed them in championship contention immediately. But aside from that, I'm not looking at no Karl Anthony Towns. I'm not looking at no superstar right now. We're not looking to make a big trade because we got all these draft picks. We got to trade them. No, you can kick them down the road. You're dealing with the Don. The Don plays chess. We talk about people we got to make a trade. That's checkers. We don't need checkers. The Don plays chess. And if we don't need to make a move, he's not going to make one. If something's available, you have the flexibility to look at it. Okay? So again, and when you look at it, you got to not only look at the player, you got to look at the fit, and you got to look at, if you're the Don, you should know, you're going to look at the price. He's not going to overpay for anybody. You'll enjoy your Wednesday. So